Hello. Good to see you.
Alrighty there, Revenants. Welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're going to be running the Argent Wolf Poleaxe. Now, this weapon has a wonderful thing about it, that it has a knockdown built into the alternate light attack, and that is really the way that this weapon should be used, which is kind of weird because you're going to be doing a lot of this over and over and over, and it's a great way to knock folks down and get restands into different gift access and different things. And if it's fortified and you use a steady bulwark gift, then you get 100 on both slash and crush defense. And if you use a guard booster along with that, you can get to like 94, 95 on pierce. So here in the Cathedral, there's a lot of slash and crush. There's not too much pierce that's going on, so we should be okay. Now we're going to be running the ISIS blood code along with some of the ISIS gifts, just because of the fact that this is Aurora's area, and we might as well go for Aurora's gifts against her friends here in the Cathedral. So you can see that if we block here, we can block everything, which is very nice. But because we have a halberd as well, we have a bunch of stagger built into this weapon, while at the same time having access to a knockdown basically whenever we want to from that overhead slam anytime you want. So it's really good stuff. So if we can get some backstabs here and such, and we'll also be able to defend, and as you see here, we can get a little bit of I-core, about one I-core every attack, and then when the enemy is done attacking, then we can switch out to a knockdown. So it works out in the end of everything well enough for us. Okay, let's get rid of the monkey here, because that's the worst thing we could have here. And the knockdown even works on the large lady here, so we'll definitely take advantage of that. Oh, I didn't even mean to get a backstab there. That's very good. Okay, and let's do that so we can do a little bit of this. Oh, we missed. Now, Indra's Coil. This is a very interesting gift because of how it has a lot of startup time, and at the same time, whoops. Okay, I just want to launch. There we go. And that's what we're trying to go for here, is having access to a lot of, oh, whoops. thanks you, is we're trying to, obviously go for some good abilities, while at the same time having access to a lot of actual damage that we can put out on the enemy here. So you can see there that we definitely do really good things here with knockdown. Okay, and she's gonna jump, that's fine. And that is such a wonderful way to really stagger the enemy and get them in such a way where they are incapacitated. Whoops. Okay. Okay. And oops. I was gonna say, if you can combo that into a different attack off of your first and second attacks there, you can really get the enemy kind of off kilter, because they're knocked down and they're also not able to recover easily. Okay. Good. Oops. Okay. Good. Let's see, monkey. There you go. And it's always great, good stuff to knock monkeys down whenever you can. And you can see that the amount of stagger and such, he just kind of came out of nowhere. Okay. Can you stop? Okay, just see there, and that is why the knockdown is so great, because you're able to just put the enemy away from you whenever you need to. So really good there. Okay, and let's go for the knockdown first. Okay, so not too bad there, but that invasion typically goes a lot worse in the result of, you know, just getting killed. But here with the suicide spur, we have a balance of 146 because of balance up. So that is really, really nice there that we have access to
Did you
really
find
not being
something good?
too hampered by any of the setups here that we have going. So it works out really well. And if you get into later on here with you know, kind of these one-on-ones with folks like this, where you're just kind of doing some of these attacks versus folks, you can go for things like
Where's our
lifesteal
next
and switch out
destination?
your balance up for lifesteal, because then that will give you the ability to make sure that you are able to. Ouch! I tried to go for a parry, it didn't work, and that way you can go for some health back instead of you know, just going for extra defense. So if we switch this for lifesteal, we'll get 5% of our health back every time we damage an enemy or kill an enemy. So it will slowly build up here over time. And I don't think I'll go for a parry again, but we'll have to see if there so happens to be an opportunity for it. Then I might want to. For as example here, it's sometimes a pretty easy one to understand, but nothing over the top there. Oh, good job, you. Okay, and I can block these, which is very nice, and I can retaliate. Very powerful retaliation as well.
It would
So
seem there is a path
even though we don't have our extreme balance right now,
it's wise
that's
to
okay. We can definitely recover pretty easily here. And for her, because she's going to do things like that, we can block, and we can go ahead and get a good amount of ichor back. And every time after her initial sets of attacks, she'll dodge and back up like that. So you want to wait until she's over that. Okay, and our block is almost over here. So we're gonna have to make sure that we get her on the ropes here before Steady Bulwark comes back. Okay, here she comes. Good. Okay, and then we can go for a knockdown, so we can go right into some extra damage there. Oh good, we got a backstab. So running through the cathedral here, I want to make kind of a note about what you're looking for. Typically, you know, you get lost, and you get lost all through here. But if you look in the distance there, you can see the main spire right here. You can see that main area, and that is what you're trying to go towards all the time. You're trying to go that direction. So if you ever get lost, just look around at the surroundings and think, how do I go up or down or over that way or something different to make sure that you're actually going the right direction. And if you look here with a guard booster active, we are still at 100
can
block,
certainly use
which
this.
is really, really nice on Slash and um, Crush. So if we need to and we don't have Steady Bulwark active, we can go for a guard booster. We'll go ahead and get our 100 blocks so we can still have really, really good defense versus whatever we're trying to go against. So that's really, really important to know. And here again, we'll just go ahead and kill this fella and get some of that life back. So we're slowly building our 5% health back, which you know, it's not really worth it to do it this way. But if you get down to a point where you don't have the ability to actually regenerate anymore, then balance up would be a worthy gift to get rid of and sacrifice for lifesteal.
I
Now
was
you can see
hoping
here
this
that the Argent Wolf Poleaxe does very, very well, and since we're running Isis, I mean, all of this is stock, everything here, so you know, anyone can pull this off. And the nice thing about it is that just because of that overhead slam to knock enemies down, it really, really, really does a wonder for you to reposition, to do different setups and abilities and things. So that's really, really worth it if you can. Whoops, if you can always go for the knockdown when possible. All right, and here, and we'll go for a charge attack, so you can see that, and it's a double slash. Okay, And the regular heavy attack is just an overhead slam. It is not a knockdown as the light alternate attack is. So you definitely don't want to be relying on that. Like I said, you want to mostly be relying on the fact of going for the overhead slam knockdown,
I'll make good
because
use of this.
uh, that is how you get the most bang for your buck. Okay, there we go. Now this lady's coming over, so we will definitely look for some damage here, and we'll block her. Okay, okay, good. Oh, couldn't get the knockdown. Whoops. There's the knockdown. Okay. Oh, good job, Io. I was gonna go for a backstab there. So as you can see, the knockdown definitely helps when you reposition, when you're trying to get around, when you're trying to move in different positions. The knockdown can really, really, really save you from a whole lot of problems and a whole lot of issues that you're trying to understand and deal with. And you can even knock down the big enemies because they are in the weight class that allows this weapon, because this weapon's a very heavy weapon. It's not the heaviest polearm, but it's it's right there behind the obliterator axe, and because of that, it allows you a huge amount of ability to
Heading
kind of
there
do
now.
some heavy attack while at the same time doing some really good attack. Now, if you do need iCore back, I would say go for the Devour version. You don't have as much balance,
Caster
obviously,
spotted. A little way
uh,
ahead.
but we'll go ahead and switch back to balance up. So if we get hit, we're able to um, uh, take those hits and still move. And as you see there, the iCore recovery is very, very nice. And if we go for a couple of backstabs here, we'll go ahead and refill our iCore here. Now that running attack, it's a running quick attack. It's a very, very nice attack. It has a pretty good damage multiplier on it, but it's nothing like the knockdown. Now the knockdown has a 145% multiplier on it, so it's very,
Lost.
very, very, very good to go ahead and use
We have a nice
that
path ahead.
damage multiplier whenever possible. There you can see the injured foil in action. Oops. And this is a great position that we could potentially knock her off the edge, okay? Or we can just knock her down and then slash her to bits. So that's also where that comes in very handy, is that you can throw folks off edges at different places to make sure that you don't have to deal with them as much. Okay, so pretty good stuff here so far in the cathedral,
Did you
and
find something good?
as this is pretty difficult,
I
um,
can relax both my
overall,
mind
it's
and
really, really good that we haven't died so far. So back over, let's see, where are the buildings? I think it's back over that way was where we started, and you can see here's the main cathedral. Whoops, which is where you want to be going. You want to be going over there, and you can kind of see the pathway here as it comes over here and then comes off this way. So you want to be going over there. So that's what, again, you should always be trying to move towards, is trying to move towards that doorway over there. Always keep it in mind where you came from, where you're kind of going towards, to make sure that you're going the right direction. I mean, after, like 10 or 12 times through here, you'll have it memorized, so it won't be such a big deal. But you can see that we're still trying to go over there, so it looks like going through here would be the right direction, right? So that's kind of how you should play that in your mind, to make sure that you're always going the right way. Okay, very good. That worked out very, very nicely. And you can see that if you just go for that
in
overhead
that.
slam, you have a lot of stagger, you have a lot of knockdown, and you have a lot of crowd control to make sure that all your enemies are, bending to the will of what you're trying to go for here. Okay. And if you get that stagger, and then you get a knockdown later on, there we go. And it just makes for a very, very simple, easy way to cut down each of these enemies. And this even works
Everything is
for
where
the
we want it to go,
Berserker,
right?
as that attack, since it's a heavy polearm. It's in that heavy weight class. I think there's weight threshold. I don't have any proof of that, but I think there's a weight threshold on weapons, and this one is over it for being able to knock down enemies. And if you've never used this weapon before, I would definitely say that it's definitely up there as far as good useful cases go, just because of the fact of how easy it is to operate. And you can see that the knockdown just gives you such um, a great use case to make sure that you always have the position on the enemy that you want, and because it has really high damage as well. I mean, right now we're not even on a strength blood code, and we're at 1427, or a dex blood code, and so we do really good damage overall, all the time basically. Here, buddy. Yeah, backstab. Give me 9 more Ichor. I will take it. There we go. Okay, and then I can go for a couple of attacks. Now you do have to be careful about that secondary, or that first attack with the secondary swing, just because of the fact that you're able to, not really do anything with a follow-up. So you really got to be careful there, because it locks you into that double swing, and if that double swing is not going to kill, then you really need to make sure that you have some kind of a follow-up of a gift or blocking or something like that. And that's why we're using the fortified, so we can actually block enemies if they get a little bit too crazy. Now we're running EO here just for, oh, there we go. We pushed him way off the edge. That was nice. And she's able to just basically do some interference for us, as she has another halberd. She was kind of an obvious choice here for the Cathedral. We're making pretty good time through here, and the Argent Wolf Poleaxe, you don't get this weapon till much later in the game. There aren't really any folks that are, let's see, where would be the first point you would get this? Do I even know? I think the first place you would get this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first place you get this is in the government center, because that's the first place you see one of these guys with a polearm. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's kind of how it goes. And you can see there that just throwing guys everywhere is such a great thing that you can go for with this weapon, because excuse me, because you just have that ability to do knockdowns basically whenever and wherever, and it makes for a really good ability and control on the enemy. Okay, so let's go for a little bit of this. Okay, and she'll run over here into the, okay, okay, we'll block that. We'll get a little bit of Ichor back here. Oh, we got a backstab. How nice. That was definitely unintended. I'll take it. Okay, and you can see that with the blocking and with the ability here to just run over these folks, I mean, we don't even need almost actual gifts, because the knockdown is so powerful with this weapon. And anytime you're running the Argent Wolf Poleaxe, just go for knockdowns whenever and wherever, because it will do you so nicely. You won't really want to use any of the other weapon attacks from it. Now, as we head over here, let me check my spreadsheet so I get the numbers accurate and correct. Okay, so for the Argent Wolf Poleaxe, the charge attack is a double attack at 95 plus 115%, so it's like 210% of your damage, and the heavy attack is 160%, and the light alternate attack, what we're doing to knock people down, is 145%. So this attack here is 160%. That's pretty good damage multiplier, but it's not really what we want to be going for, because it doesn't really do what you can do from a knockdown perspective. So that's why we just kind of do what we do here. Okay, let's go for Indra's Coil. There we go. Okay, so there's a little bit of gifting. So that's the nice thing also about this, about Isis, is that because you have Dex, Mind, and Willpower, you can go for light, dark, or Dex kind of sets, and you can go for them simultaneously if you want to, as you can see here. So that makes it work out pretty well for us overall. So let's go for a drain booster and a mobility enhancer, so we can. Whoa, I got caught up there. Oh, good grief. Okay. Oh, she's on the ground, so we can't do anything to her. Thanks, EO, for the inhibit removal. Okay, so that was a cluster and a half there. So we'll definitely switch out maybe guard drain rating up because we want to get some health back on kills here, and there's going to be quite a few kills here coming up with the monkeys and stuff. So if we want, we can go for the 4 monkeys over there. As you can see, them creeping on me, and that'll help us definitely in a big way get back to like 20% of our health. So if we head over here, we grab monkey. Okay, and you can see that the monkeys are pretty bad at, you know, anything really, just because of the fact that you can throw them off the edge very easily. It works out very, very well. Where's this lady? Here we go. Okay, so she's gonna run over here. Oh. Okay. There we go. And again, makes for a great way to continually have positioning on these enemies, and we'll go for an Indra's Coil just for oh, and that's the problem with Indra's Coil, is that you definitely don't always hit with it, and that's kind of a problem. So yeah. So there goes monkey number 1. Okay, and there goes monkey number 2. So you can see just how effective this is versus monkeys, because of the fact that you can throw them around wherever you want. Okay. I need some, oh, good job, EO. Okay, you need some backstabs here. Okay. And we'll just, I guess, slash her down. I guess that's just how it's gonna go. Okay. Now, as we make our way over here to the Berserker, we will have to pay attention to his attack patterns, but because we'll have 100 block, and if we get the phase transition cancel, then we'll be able to make use of his non-baseball bat swing kind of attacks patterns. And if you didn't know, if you get the phase transition cancel, he still maintains his damage reduction and everything, so he still goes down to 50%, or up to 50% damage reduction. Oops. Okay. That was a failed parry, very failed parry. But you're able to still make sure that you can or when you go through the phase transition cancel, you're still able to attack him and everything, but he doesn't have his second phase attack patterns. So that's very, very good. If you're looking to phase transition cancel him, it's very hard, as he has a very, very fast startup into phase 2. But if you're able to backstab him on that frame when he's transitioning, I don't know, it's like 5 frames or 20 frames or something like that. It's a very, very short, fast amount of time. And if you're able to capture that ability on that last frame, she's going to push me off the edge. She's going to push herself off the edge. Okay. That was very nerve-wracking there. I thought we were gonna... Oh, missed her. There we go. And we can go for this, and a little bit of extra damage there. Okay, and that's the most wonderful thing about the knockdown, is just the fact that you're able to knock down enemies even when they're focused, and you're typically not supposed to be able to knock enemies down in a focused state, because, as you saw there, because they're supposed to be resistant to stagger and knockdown, but because this weapon is what it is, you're able to knock down basically anyone and everyone you want except bosses. You can't knock bosses down, obviously, so let's take some water. Okay, and if we get our bearings here again to kind of see where we're at, you'll notice that the Cathedral main entrance is not visible from here, so you have to kind of go up a little bit, and you could see it from up there at the window. And let's see if we can find it here as we run over here. Now we are on the back side, so there's the main cathedral, so we need to be going that way. So this is kind of misleading that you need to go a certain way and whatever. So here we do need blood, so we'll switch up here for our blood attacks. Let's see, Sanguine Roar. There we go. Okay, so we'll do this, and we'll go for a couple of things here, just to make sure that we have ample block, while at the same time have ample I-core recovery and everything. Okay, and let's see if we can get one of those knockdowns here. And let's go for another backstab here. Okay, there we go. And that is so nice that we can have that knockdown ability here. Whoops. There we go. Okay, let's get another knockdown maybe. Oh, no. Okay, so I didn't get the phase transition, but that's okay. And now we do 25% less less damage here. But that's okay. Okay, so now he has his full damage set here. Oop. He'll come back. Okay, let's heal. And let's block. And that's nice that we have 100 block on him. Because of the fact that we're able to, you know, do things like execution and sanguine roar for some pretty good damage overall. And this is a very, very nice way to go for quick, easy damage on him, and we can and because we can block him as well. Okay, can we launch? Yay! So there's a nice easy launch there, and because it is a very, very heavy weapon, we're able to get that damage out on him very easily and quickly. So Isis for the win there. Let's go back to Fourfold Verdict. What do we have here? Indrix Coil. There we go, and then Blade. Perfect. And we'll skip the Queen's Knight for this round. It's not really necessary. Okay, so we have one more invasion, and then we'll probably we'll see about Aurora. But I do want to test some things on her, so maybe we'll skip Aurora and we'll just get to the end of the invasion here and stuff, and make sure that we have enough ability to get into the area there. Okay. Okay, and let's go for a knockdown. Whoops. He's going for a knockdown. There we go. So yeah, it works out in the end. And if we go for the fortified version, obviously we have more damage and more defenses, but we have a lot less I-core recovery. We're only getting about 5 or so on a backstab, which is pretty bad. But we can go ahead and block a little bit here. Whoops, good job, Io. Okay, she broke our guard because we were out of stamina, so that was a little bit bad. But we can go for guard drain rating up here to make sure that we have ample block ability here. Okay, and let's go for a couple things here. So we can run the invasion well, and we'll go ahead and try and get rid of this lady first to make sure that we are able to, you know, take out everybody. Okay, we'll go for a couple of launches here while we can. Oops. Oh, that was bad. Io's gone, and I'm getting frame dated. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was a horrible invasion there. That was pretty bad. Yeah, we went for the launch and Io died immediately there, so that was really, really unfortunate. But okay, and we can get through here just because of the fact that we do have a whole lot of ability here, and we're able to kind of take it easy, but not too easy, as you can tell. Oops. Oh, I can't get a parry in time. Okay. And she should go down here. Good. And Io's getting slashed to bits here. Okay, she's coming after me. Okay, and ooh, she's a zoomy quick one. Okay, but yeah, let's see if we can get through the invasion here. Now, this invasion is absolutely brutal, and if we get too stuck, we can just go for the cheese version and get through here easily. But I would like to actually do it the right way, so we'll see. We'll see about that. So let's go over here and go for a backstab to make sure that we kind of get around these purple ladies here. Okay, they're all coming after me. Okay, they should all get hit with some uh, balls there, but oh boy, I want to go for a launch. There we go. Okay, and I need to get out of here. Okay, because of that. Thanks, Eo. Let's go ahead and heal. Okay, and this lady needs to. Oh. She needs to have her shield taken off. Oh man, everybody is over here. Okay, we'll go for an Indra coil there. That should take care of her. Okay, Eo looks to be doing alright over there. No, I need you. Good. Okay. Now we do need to get steady bulwark up and running here. Oh no, a monkey. Okay. Okay, good. We'll go for the big one here. Oh, okay. Oh, good grief. That's horrible when you get healed at the exact time, framing wise, when you stand up, that their twirl around swing comes and kills you again. Yes, I'm awake. Okay, so first invasion was not too much of a problem because you're not in tight quarters like that. You can kind of spread the room and run, but the second invasion is more challenging than the first one was, as you can clearly see. Okay, we'll take care of her quick here. Make sure that we have enough ichor getting into the second room here. Okay, and you can see that we definitely have all the ability here to do whatever we want to, but it just comes with a price of, you know, are you able to make it happen when you want it to happen? Okay, and let's head on over and pick up our haze. Now that Golden Warrior lady is probably gonna come join the fight as well, so that'll be really, really bad. Okay. Alright. Now that was very, very risky there, but it definitely paid off. Oh. Oh, these framing times. Thanks, Eo. Oh my goodness, I couldn't hit her. Oh, monkey, go away. Okay, he's going after Eo, so we can go for a Danger Coil. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Eo. I'm just out of range over the entire thing here. Okay. I can't dodge for anything. Good grief. Okay, well, just not feeling it here on this one, I guess.
Defeat is not the end.
Okay.
Do not be afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'm just getting rusty, I guess, today. Okay, but as you see, for running ISIS, there are many, many, many ways to run ISIS because it has such a good overall ability built into it. Okay. What is that? I hate when they swing beyond their bodies and everything. It's kind of unfair because I don't swing beyond my character model. So, okay. Okay, Eo is going for her. That's fine. We'll just leave them be. Okay. And let's get back into the invasion. And don't forget to dodge, right? And that's the problem, is that there's no real good way to take care of her first, you know, unless you're doing some crazy damage setups here. Okay, good. And that will at least help a lot here. I don't know what... Oh. Okay. Must delete monkey. Okay, they're all down here. Okay, got a backstab on something. Looks like the big one. Can't dodge. I'm stuck. Where? Okay, I gotta get out of here because this is ridiculous. Okay, we can block that at least. Oops. Okay. Good job, Io. Nice. Okay, we got rid of her. Now we can be on the bridge here, and if we can get lucky on the bridge, then we can actually knock folks off the bridge, which is kind of cool. Oh, whoops. Okay. Good job over there, Io. Okay, we'll slash her down. Now there should be somebody... Oop. Okay, right there. That's so annoying. Okay, and let's go ahead and heal. Okay, that should be okay. Now, I think they're coming down the ladder here, if I hear them right. Or they're... Oh, they're up the ladder. Okay, and because we have two halberds going here at once, we're able to put them down pretty easily. Okay, now this looks kind of promising that they're all coming here all at once. I mean, other than the fact that we're going to be claustrophobic here in a second. Not good, tend to my wounds? Yeah, no kidding. Oh. Okay. Okay, and let's go ahead and heal. Io is right. Let's go ahead and heal. Okay, we'll pick this up. Okay, let's go around. Oh, we got another big one here. We got two of them. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna have to go for maybe a knock off the edge here, if we can. Okay. And let's go for a backstab to get rid of that shield. Io looks to be focused, so she should be okay for right now. It's getting close to the end of the invasion here, so not looking forward to this. Okay, good. That's her gone. So then let's go for this one. Oh, come on. Whoa, that was a little bit wild there. Oh, come on. Oh, no, we're both hitting each other, missing each other. Okay, so there's that invasion. Okay, whew, good, it's over. So we win the day there with like 3 attempts or so, or 4 attempts. Not too terrible, but not too good either. Okay, so now we will definitely want to go back for lifesteal because we will want to get our health back as much as we can here before we get too off the rails. Okay, and we'll go for an Indra coil because she'll stop walking there. Okay, so not too good. That we only hit her with one of the lightning bolts, and that's the problem is that if you do it in such a way where the lightning bolts don't hit, obviously, then you have a really hard time making sure that all 3 of them connect on enemies. Now, the enemies that are good to use that on are the big ones, because their whole character frame fits all 3 of those lightning bolts, and if you don't have the thick ones and you have these thin ones here, then you're kind of in a really bad way. And as you can see here, if we go for this, I can hit her with all three, but she has to be standing perfectly still. If she's moving at all, then obviously we won't have the opportunity to hit her. Oh. Come on.
Please heal.
Okay. There we go. There's the knockdown. They can be quite painful. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on, EO. I wanted that. Okay, we'll go for a launch here to make sure that we get enough iCore back here to keep our engine running, because we have high iCore demands with this setup, and if we aren't getting enough, then we're really gonna hamper ourselves in a big way. So if you haven't run ISIS before, I highly recommend giving it a run, because it definitely has a lot of appeal for a whole lot of different setups, a whole lot of different weapons, and a whole lot of different gifts. It's a really good option to go for when you don't know what else to go for. Okay, and as we did in the level 1 run just the other day, I hope everybody had a chance to maybe check that out. We'll go pick up EO's sandwich here. Okay, and one more, and we'll get the knockdown. Very nice. Perfect. Okay, and on later enemies in the game, if you get knockdowns on them, you can pick up a backstab after the knockdown, and it can really help you with your iCore recovery and everything. So there's really good options all the time to grab knockdowns whenever and wherever you want. And that is really one of the huge main appeals for this weapon. Whoops, is just the fact that you can knock down enemies when they're focused, when they're not focused, big enemies, small enemies. You know, it just really doesn't matter. You're able to really do it all with this. And as you can see there, it really affords 3 extra follow-ups. Okay. Okay, I'm out of stamina because I couldn't see what we're doing there in the doorway. Okay. These ladies are extremely difficult. So, okay, and as we see here from Indra's coil, you can hit her with all 3, just because of the fact that her character model is so big. Hopefully we don't attract the other one over there. And you're able to really do pretty good damage overall. And being lightning pierce, there's not a whole lot of lightning pierce in the game, and so being able to have access to that makes it very nice. And we can do that first. We can go for a parry, which is nice to recover a little bit of iCore that we lost there. Okay. And because we're doing slash all the time, it works out really well here in the Cathedral versus the big ladies, even though our launch attacks are doing pierce damage. Okay. Oh, we'll pick up EO's sandwich here. So heading into Aurora, like I said, I wanted to try and do a little bit of testing on her as well, to see if I can do some interesting stuff for her. But so we'll leave her for maybe tomorrow, or maybe it'll be just a one-off video, and then we'll continue on the road to 100 tomorrow with her and some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see about that. Okay, let's go ahead and rest and get all our stuff back. Now this will reset all the enemies in the area, so we'll go back to our drain rating up. Now, if we need a little more stamina, we can go for some different things to try and get more stamina. But I think we're doing all right with the amount of stamina that we have, because ISIS does have a pretty good amount. And what are we at? 243, so that's pretty high. We're 32 higher than Warrior when we were running Warrior. Warrior is pretty bad, and so now we're at 243, so we're kind of at the middle of the road, middle of the pack here. We don't have 260 or something, but we definitely do have some good, whoops. We do have some good recovery on our abilities and stuff, so it all works out in the end with our stamina consumption. Ooh, that was a quick parry. I was not sure if I would actually get that or not, but looks like we did. Okay, good job, Io. Okay, let's go for a heavy attack. We can see the damage difference there. Now that was compared or combined there with Io's ability, so definitely don't want to take credit for that. Okay, let's chop this monkey in half. Good, and we'll leave her alone over there and pick our key up and head on over to Aurora and Karen. Okay, so not too bad here in the Cathedral. Pretty good, pretty easy to make the run here in one go. And typically that's pretty rough. Now we did have a little bit of a hiccup there with the second invasion, but nothing over the top crazy and wild, but definitely gave us some problems. Yes, do that because I can parry that fairly well. That's the one attack that I'm actually sometimes confident on. Because the rest of their attacks, the startups are pretty quick, and I don't know how to read them perfectly. Okay, so let's go for Ninja Coil. So she's standing still. That makes for a great way to get some good damage before she's actually able to retaliate. Okay. So not too bad there. And again, the overhead attack, it just makes for such a great way to play this weapon overall. And I would highly encourage everyone to make sure that they give it a chance and give it a go to enjoy that sweet knockdown potential there you have access to after at least one playthrough. Now, again, if you don't have this on the first playthrough, just go to the government center and you farm a couple of those guys there in the first hallway, and you should be able to pick one up pretty quickly, pretty easily. Alright, so that'll bring us to the end of the cathedral here, and we didn't really use our bearings a whole lot to understand where we were supposed to go, but that is what I would advise everyone, is that you just keep your eye on the large on the large steeple here that you can see pretty much from everywhere in the map. And if you ever get lost, just keep trying to go that direction. That was what really drove me on in the first run of the game. Was I just kept looking towards the big spire, and I was like, okay, I need to get over there. I need to get down there. I need to get somehow over to this area. And if you look back that direction, because here's the entrance. If you look back that direction, that's where we came in from the beginning. So yeah, you can kind of see it from here and everything, how you came in and where you came from. But anyways, I think we'll do the cutscene and then we'll call it. But I'm gonna try some stuff with Aurora and see how we do on some of the gifting and different things. So if you see a video with her, it'll be because I actually did it right, and if you don't see a video, it's because I was too successful and accidentally went past her. And then we'll pick up Aurora on the next playthrough, because I wanna see if some of my theories are correct with her, and we'll move on from there. So anyways, we'll see. We'll either be Aurora and the Ridge tomorrow or just the Ridge. So sorry about that, but that's how it's got to be. So we'll see you all then, and thank you for watching.